Welcome back, guys. I was looking at Bitcoin. If you guys remember last week on Friday, we were looking at this price action on Bitcoin. We were just above 61,700. We were looking for bounces from these price points or deeper from 60,750 or our huge demand area from 60 to 6,500, as you can see here. On Friday, we ended up closing with, and I was not taking the sells because being so bullish, I was not really looking for sells, but buy at these price sensitivity areas. And I was just looking now at this, how it played out. And it played out pretty nice. This was the time of the analysis. And as you can see, we have this nice first bounce from this level that gave us ideally the buys for anywhere for like 70 pips, but also as expected the trend line has been respected. And where did price bounce? Where did it make a double bottom? Exactly at 60 to 50, 6,500, and after that price just melted. So what I wanted to do now, rallied. What I wanted to do now is talk about and go and backtest on the lower time frame if we had any clear entry. Look here above the key level if you want to see them. So yeah, we were looking for buys here, safer above 60 to 500, but especially also at above the key level. So as you can see here, we had a nice break and retest of the key level itself on the 1 minute. So now this is already, this is already Saturday. So we closed off Friday in this range. On Saturday, we had the bounce of our huge area. As you can see also, we can see that price at this price point made. We don't have any candle set up below our price level for sells, and we were not looking for sells anyway. But actually, we were looking for buys at 67.50. And as you can see, we can have entered. We have a candle breaking above, the candle making a lower wick. We can give our usual 45 pips maximum and 15 pips of stop loss. Yes, it took a while. It took half an hour of price ranging, but never closing below the level. So this was really nice. No risk for our entry. What we could have done is reduce the risk to 10 pips, but I mean, never a real risk, a real threat. And we get our 45 pips, at least 3 to 1 for the buy bias that we had. As you can see, after that price was just ranging. We were not looking for sells. We were looking for other set of buys. As you can see here, this was the first buys. Our second set of buys, as per last week analysis, was down here. So we were looking for the buys at, after seeing a rejection at this area. Being such a wide area, we don't know if price is going to retest 60 exactly. We see a double bottom exactly at the same level, right below 60 to 50, and we see a bounce of this level. Ideally, of course, look at this nice candle. This small candle would have been the huge candle for like more than 200 pips of profit, but I'm kidding. This is not. This is just a level. Will not enter here. This was the first candle after such a strong bearish action. what we could have entered buys with further confirmation. So we see price breaking above, but still correcting. So we are still in this, reacting at this PSA. Yes, we see a nice retest of this PPL. So what we see a flat candle body support being created, but not really, apart from this one. Possibly the only candle as per my setup is this one, even though we are sort of far away from the PPL, giving like 15 pips. That's with the confirmation that you are making, but it's very, very low volume. But anyway, this is the candle, lower wick, nice body closing engulfing. Here, you have, of course, your partials taken at 30 pips, and the rest risk-free. That gets taken out, I think, here. Yeah, probably with the spread is taken out over here. Let's see if we have other entries. We might have this further confirmation above this PPL. As you can see, we have a nice, even this one, this is a nicer. We have a break and retest of this, don't know this level, but we have a break and retest of these previous low highs, sorry. As you can see, candle body highs on the dot and then closing very bullish. This gives us 30 pips as well. This entry is kinda, yeah, should be as per candle setup. Is not engulfing yet those previous candle bodies, like it did here, like it did here. So it's kind of sketchy, but yeah, the momentum was good. It just got rejected at the 6750, which is a strong PSA. As you can see, 6750 here, as you can see, is a strong PSA. So further buys would have been safer above that. So as you can see, if you take the first one and you took the second one, you are good to go. You are 30, 38 something pips. You wait for the next set of buys. Is better to wait above 67.50. Let's see if we have any nice candle setup. We have this one, but doesn't close with a nice body. You see the rejection is not really the best. This one doesn't have a nice body. We still wait. For now, we are looking at here, and we see that the candle are still failing to make new lows. This one would have been a nice idea, but we're waiting for above. Here, no candle setup. We are too high already. We are in the middle of the range. And luckily, because it gets immediately corrected, we break below and we retest this level. So we want to see further confirmation here. As you can see, no candle setup yet. No lower wick, no lower wick. This one inside is very good, but is actually very kind of sketchy. Is not breaking the candle bodies, highs. Of course, 15 pips. Yeah, the range is very small for now. If we want to give 45 pips with 15 pips, yeah, we get there. we get there. We will eventually get there. As you can see here, we have a bounce, continuation up. We are above 67.50. We also have this confirmation of that. We are failing to close below for a long time. We are overall bullish as a price action. As you can see, this makes a lower wick and then close above. It's really nice and clear. Let's see if we have further entries above other PPLs. This one, the previous candle is not really the best one. We have 15 pips. So now we are scaling in above each PPL. And yes, we get to our 45 pips. Possibly, I don't know. This one is 37. We see a retracement. If we only have the one risk free, we should get to 45 pips over here. So we get PPLs to PPS. This price action was not the best. Yes, these nice candles were really promising. Let me delete this for this entry. Were really promising, but were too high above the PPL. Not really the best candle setup, the more cleanest price action. But anyway, I think if you entered here, you will still be no, you will be stopped out. Yeah, will be stopped out here. Not really. I mean, these huge price action, these wicks are not the best to enter. This candle might, if it was a little bit, this one, if this one would have been closed here, would have been perfect. So no entry there. So we are very close to our key level. So I think I will wait for the key level. Yes, we have these previous highs functioning as you can see here, 1, 2, 3 times. This candle, this candle much better, makes a lower wick and closes bullish. If we enter here, the point is that yeah, we also are below the PPL. We are we are in the middle of the range, so for me it's not a good entry. Is the first sign of a good trending price, that's for sure. Okay, do we have an entry before this one? We have these candle bodies here. Okay. So I see this candle was nice. It would have been actually a nice, not the best, but okay, 15 pips. Where would have been the stop loss? Let's see. So if we entered exactly at the candle, this nice. Would it be the stop loss below this previous candle body lows? So as per market structure was really good, and as you can see, price reacted exactly there. Over here, we add another further entry, which was here, which was also very lucky. And as you can see here, we made a lower wick and then flip bullish, always 45, 50. As you can see, still below the previous candle bodies, and both went to take profit. This one actually went really above. 45 pips would have been here. So since the first candle, I don't know now the spread of this time, as I showed you in my videos. If the candle is very strong, the momentum is strong, I can just put the stop loss here at 40-45 pips, and then 80 pips of take profit, 60 pips, even if it's not the full range, is still good. Do we have another entry here in continuation up? No. Now, as you can see, the ranges are much bigger, so 15 pips will not even be at below the candle. So this is not a good entry because it's not even below this previous candle. So we wait possibly above 60-500 as a possible set of buys. Now we're starting identifying here some bullish trend, multiple attempts and failure to break below this PPL, starting at the same candle body level. Now here it fails, it breaks below, bounces. Okay, so now we are in a bearish trend. We are not looking for sells, remember. We see a bounce from 6500. We have the first confirmation of bullish trend. No need to enter. Now we have the break above these previous lows, previous highs, above these previous highs, above these previous highs, and we break above the PPL. Let's see. Here, 30, 45, 15 pips. Yeah, still below the candle. We get to our at least 30 pips. We get it. So for the partials, we are good to go. So there's no loss. And we get stopped out at break even here. Now we see again further rejection there. And you see price still slowly in a bullish trend. But still you want more confirmation of price to breaking above. Let me just close this. Okay, price breaking above these previous highs and possibly above this PPL or 62,500. Messy range. Now we are going above this previous candle body highs. If we have drawn a trend line here, we also have this high risk, high reward entry here. 45, 15. Yeah, no, we get to we don't get to 45, we get to like 40. So we get our 30 pips partial taken, and then we get stopped out at break even for like a few pips. Still, you see, you identify here flat candle body support. You might consider another re-entry here, same bias. The only thing is now you have a still strong rejection at this strong level. So it's a very high risk. 15 pips would be just below. Let's see. Would be just below. Not really liking it. Especially because it's a very high risk. Due to the fact that there's this strong price sensitivity area, and I think eventually you don't even get to this level because you get out here. There's no point risking the full stop loss. And this, okay, yeah, can do it. There you go. Still same level. Look at this candle. I don't even know where it goes, the price. But look at this candle, how nice it is. Back. 15 pips stop loss. Okay, well below. Well below these candle bodies. And we break above the PPL, the PSA, and we make the way to our take profit. So as you can see, this, if you stick to one bias, one main bias, since there we took like 4 or 5 setups. Of course, you might say, yeah, if you take the buy here, you have the full move, but you don't know. Maybe it gets rejected here again, or gets rejected here. I'm not an intraday trader yet, so as a scalper, this was a really good multiple setups, candle setups here. Especially look at this nice candle body setup after a contraction, candle breaking below, you enter here, and then it's good to go. Above the PPL, there was no setup, and it's very interesting to notice that Bitcoin tends to contract before making a move, like here, like here, like here. Look how it contracts. Look, contracts and then impulsive move. Contract, move. Very, very interesting indeed. And this is it, guys.